sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody up in here. And let's talk a little bit of football, man. I meant to get to this video yesterday. I couldn't get to it, but I want to talk about Antonio Brown. And yeah, he got a foot injury and stuff, man. And he's seen a foot specialist today. I'm glad I waited to do the video. And he day to day, he didn't sign a $50 million contract with 3-year extension with $30 million guaranteed that has incentives in it, man. And he in his 30s. So the Raiders took a gamble, but it just seemed like the Raiders look. It just seemed like the Raiders look that they, you sign a veteran player like that, you trade for him, you give him an extension, and now he got foot problems. Now, usually in basketball, when big fellas get foot injuries, they usually ain't never the same, But this don't sound like, this sound like maybe some, what's it called, a plantar tendinitis or some shit. Or, this, maybe sound minor or whatever. But he worked real hard during the offseason. So it ain't like you pay the guy who don't work hard. You can follow him on YouTube. It's like Antonio Brown on YouTube. And he always training and working hard. But once again, I've said this before. In the NFL, the offseason not long enough. So you don't know the fine line between training and resting. And when you become a veteran like Antonio Brown, you can easily overtrain. His season was over in like December or whatever, right? So he had January, February, March, April, May, June, and then you probably had some camps in there, July, June, and May. But you gotta, as a veteran, even as a young player, to preserve your body, you gotta know what's the perfect meshing point of resting and training in the off season. You can't overtrain, and then you can't abuse your body as well too. Alcohol and gaining a lot of weight after the off season, and then expecting to come to training camp to get it off. But he an older player, and they took a risk. Now his history says that he's been fairly healthy. His history says that he worked hard, he stay in shape, so it wasn't a bad investment. But for me, from my personal standpoint of view, it was an unnecessary risk for the Raiders. It was an unnecessary risk. Antonio Brown is not going to make them a championship caliber team. There's still some questions about what their quarterback is. Derek Carr, I get him and his brother mixed up. I remember his brother got drafted to the Houston Texans and watching that draft when they was an expansion team. But it's really not much there. They could surprise people. Carl Joseph and, after they got some draft picks at the Khalil Mack trade, got the kid from Alabama, was Josh Jacobs. They could surprise people this year. You never know in the NFL. Injuries happen in the division. But, it just don't sound good when you say a 30-something-year-old guy with a foot injury. And he paid him all that money. But it ain't like he abused his body. He day-to-day, can't be that serious. His foot nasty as hell. You know what I'm saying? A lot of males don't take care of their feet, man. I was, the boxer Adrian Broner be showing his feet. And that's critical. You might, people might laugh. I might go get my feet done with my girl getting her hands and nails done. People might laugh. I remember one guy was going in there to get my feet done one day, and he was like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, shit, I'm good, yeah, it's cool. It was, blase blah. I got the whole little Russian wax little thing on my feet because my feet, you be inside these gym shoes, or you working inside your work boots, and you take care of them. Foot massages, do the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And people can laugh, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, you in a nail shop around a lot of chicks. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty of chicks at the nail shops I had convos with, over the years, and we chopped it up and stuff like that. So people laugh at that, but I'm not sure if it's called. I'll be cautious. I'll be cautious that the kid is 30 something years old, but he worked hard, and only bad thing about it is I think they need his energy in training camp, and I think him and Carr need to actually form a rapport against real defense, even if it's 7-on-7 without a ideal pass rush. They need to form that rapport, but we'll see what happens. I like Antonio Brown. His attitude is a little snobbish, and You know, I think he a little bit entitled and the fame to hit his head. But overall, as a player, hard worker, dedicated to his craft, and I think he'll be all right this year, man. I wouldn't be overly concerned. I'd be concerned, but they say he day-to-day. But him and Derek Carr need to form that rapport and that camaraderie, and they need that championship or that, you know, playoff pedigree. You know, that winning aura he got from the Steelers. They need that, you know, put it on the Raiders. But like I said, wasn't nobody expecting much from the Raiders this year, man. Even Raider fans, man, not expecting much. I just think coaching probably passed John Gruden by, man, in my opinion. And it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know what y'all guys think about it. And I'll be doing some more NFL videos. And after the preseason up, I'll do a preview show of who I, you know, think won the Super Bowl, which is just a guesstimation. I don't know nothing about, you know, it's hard to predict and divisional winners and stuff. And once a week, we'll talk some fantasy. I'm not an expert in fantasy, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a pro football focused deep analytics or nothing like that, but I'll talk a little, you know, daily fantasy, who I like, who I don't like. And, you know, a lot of guys ask a tutorial on FanDuel. That's what I do. And I'll do that, but I appreciate it. Don't forget to check our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much more. Website, promo code description. Share the videos. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and reach out to the email as well. Appreciate that love, support from everybody out there, man. One time for the one time. We gone.